And hello, all of my fellow nerds out there. This is Uncle Richie, and welcome back once again to DDLC Blue Skies. No time for an intro, so, ah, the feeling where you wake up and actually feel refreshed from having a solid night's sleep. Yeah, that was me literally earlier this morning. Yeah, me neither. Pass the bottle. As I check on my phone's display, I'm once again reminded that Valentine's Day is slowly but surely creeping towards me. I wearily sink back into my pillow. Am I expected to prepare some sort of gesture? Like take her out to a meal or something? Oh man. It's tempted to close my eyes. I'm tempted to close my eyes and go back to sleep. But we all know how that could end. Ignoring the cries of my body, I reluctantly swing my legs out of bed. At once, I'm mercilessly attacked by the temperature difference of difference outside of the covers. Drowsily making my way to the bathroom, I prepare to summon the energy to make it through the day. That one perk of the winter air that it definitely wakes you up. I'm feeling a little more alive. I start the familiar journey towards school. Hang on. Maybe I could wait for Sayori. I mean, it's not like I'd be taking any time away from Yuri if I walked with Sayori, so there's no harm in it. Well, guess there's nothing to do except wait. Shivering slightly, I rub my arms with my hands. How was it warm enough to eat lunch outside yesterday? The weather around here makes no sense. Don't understand Sayori. With a sigh, I pull out my phone and send her a text. Hey Sayori, I know it's kind of random, but do you want to walk to school together today? No reply. Weird, she's probably sleeping or has her phone switched off. Either way, I don't have time to check up on her. If I hang around any longer, I run the risk of being late myself. Making a mental note to talk to Sayori next time I see her in person, I slip my phone back in my pocket and start walking to school. Ah, Richie. How nice of you to turn up. We were all waiting. Worried, I glanced at the clock. Huh? But, sir, I'm not late. He chuckles to himself. Indeed you aren't. Sorry, I just felt like playing a little joke. That's evil, sir. And I didn't know teachers had a sense of humor. He feigns a wounded expression as the rest of the class laughs. My, they warned me that being a teacher would be tough. I'll have you know that a sense of humor is a prerequisite to becoming a teacher. And why is that, sir? Well, teaching a bunch of surly teenagers for hours on end, you have to find a way to power through the day, and what better way than with a joke? Are we really that much of a chore to deal with? Now, that would be telling. Anyway, today's lesson. His face drops a little. Unfortunately, the 1930s, especially in Germany, aren't exactly humorous, so apologies in advance. Thankfully, the lesson passed by relatively quickly. It's crazy to think about what the world used to be like. A world of totalitarian regime founded on fear and maintained through blind obedience? To think that the status quo was widely accepted. And what evil lurks in the hearts of ordinary people? Richie? With a start, I realized Sakurai is standing in front of me, looking rather expectant. Oh, sorry, sir. I was a bit lost in thought. Thinking about the lesson, huh? There's a dry sarcasm in his voice. Yeah, actually. Really? Now that's something I hear every day. Not something I hear every day. Anyway, I was meaning to ask you about what you want to do after you finish school. It might seem a little early now, but believe me, graduation will sneak up on you before you can say history is the best subject. It's funny you mention it because I actually have given it some thought. Oh? Yeah, I decided I wanted to go to university. Ah, very respectable choice. I trust you'll opt for a history degree. Maybe. Something analytical for sure. Hmm. I'm pondering my options at the moment. Japanese or history, yeah. Anything to do with literary analysis. He nods approvingly. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining, but what's spurred this on? I always thought you enjoyed history, but I never thought you wanted to take it up at university. Well, I guess I've just broadened my horizons a bit, you know. There's a mysterious twinkle in his eyes. And what's ignited this sudden passion, I wonder? There's a student I teach who is also quite the flair for literature. She's rather quiet, but whenever she answers a question and hands in her homework in, it's clear that she's very intelligent. I don't suppose such a description rings a bell with you, does it? This smirk is one half innocent and one half knowing. You're talking about Yuri, aren't you? We're, dating. Aha! That explains a lot. I can see that she's rubbed off on you. And that's the second person to remind me of this. Looks like it really is true. Anyway, it's good to see that you got a plan. A lot of students have no clue, even in their third year. You'll have to work hard, though. The exams that you have to take in order to progress to university are pretty intense. Don't worry, though. You have plenty of time to prepare, and I'm sure that with Yuri by your side, you'll be just fine. Well, that's reassuring to hear. It's only recently that I really began seriously giving serious thought to my future, so it helps to have as much information as I can. Indeed, preparation is key to success after all. Does Yuri share similar post-school plans? Uh-huh. He smiles. I figured. Well, that's all I wanted to ask you. You clearly know what you want to do, so there's not much else for us to talk about. If you need any help or guidance on the university admissions process, don't hesitate to ask me. Noted, sir. Thank you. You're welcome, Richie. Now, I believe it's lunchtime, so if you'll excuse me. With a nod, he leaves the room. I wander after him, making a beeline for Yuri's homeroom. Once again, I happen to catch her just as she's leaving. She sees me approaching and offers a friendly wave. Good timing once again, Richie. I really have a knack for this, don't I? It would appear so. Shall we head for the club room? It's a little too cold for the rooftop today. Yeah, that's fine by me. Man, the walk to school this morning was absolutely freezing. February is quite a temperamental month, it seems. Looks like we're the first ones in again. Looks like Sakurai likes to leave early for lunch, I guess. Quite a few teachers do that. But yeah, speaking of Sakurai, he actually asked me what my post-school plans were. And so did my homeroom teacher, funny enough. I suppose all the teachers are asking their students that question. Well, the second years and presumably the third years as well. I didn't expect me to want to go to university or do something like Japanese. He actually suspected you had something to do with it. Me? Yeah, you said it was your influence. Mom said the same thing. Kind of weird because I didn't know that was a thing. If I had a nickel for every time we pull out our food and the smell of Yuri's delicacies waft through the air. If only Sayori were here. That spending time with your partner would result in their personality rubbing off on you? Yeah. Really? I thought that would be rather obvious. After all, it's their personality and mannerisms that drew you to them in the first place. Don't forget their beautiful purple eyes. Ugh. I reach over and plant a kiss on her cheek. Well, no one's around, so I might as well make the most of it, right? Oh, Richie. You do know how to make a girl feel flustered. I grin. Sorry, you were saying? Anyway, you'd be surprised on what your body subconsciously picks up. Humans are rather social creatures after all. I don't think it's just a case of me copying you though. Oh? I think it's more of a case of you opening my eyes to something I didn't realize I even liked. As in, I think I've always had the capacity to enjoy horror, so I've always had a tendency to appreciate literature. After all, I have played games and watched anime with fantastic plot lines. Now that I'm dating someone who nurtures, I is that the right word? Anyway, who helps me explore more interests, I'm beginning to see how much how much I truly like them. If that makes sense. She nods thoughtfully. Yes, I can definitely see what you're saying. Given a lot of our free time together consists of reading or discussing literary themes. This is part of the reason why I love you so much, Richie. You actually get me, and it seems like the feeling is mutual. He stares off dreamily. So sorry, that wasn't too sudden, was it? I just, well, you see, I reach out for her hands and gently intertwine them with mine. Yuri scoots closer, and our faces are mere inches apart. I could get lost in those eyes forever. And this is why I love you. I have no idea how endearing you really are. Well, that's not the only reason. I could list off the others, but sheesh, if this carries on any longer, I think I might be sick. This irritated voice causes us to jump apart. An intense blush is spreading across Yuri's face. I hastily rubbed the back of my neck out of embarrassment. Uh, Natsuki. Didn't see you there. Natsuki rolls her eyes. Well, duh, your faces are so close like a volcano could have erupted and you would have no idea. Sorry. When did you get here? I swear I didn't hear the door open. That's because it was already open, dummy. That explains a lot. The sound of footsteps rapidly approaching the club room permeates the room as Monica hurriedly makes it inside. Hey guys, what's the rush? It's not like you're late or anything. Well, I don't have much time, unfortunately. There's some tennis duties I have to dash off to soon. Of course, the team decided to hold this meeting in the middle of lunch. She mutters something under her breath and pulls out her food. It's weird. What is? Has anyone seen Sayori? Nope. I waited for her, but before I started to walk to school this morning, but she never turned up. I tried texting her, but I didn't get a reply either. Perhaps she's sick? Could be. I can't help but feel slightly worried. It's definitely possible, especially at this time of year. I'll send her a text on the way home. Yeah, and you live pretty close to her, right? Might be worth checking up on her too. I glance towards Yuri, who gives me a nod. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Is it just me, or is it kind of crazy that it's almost mid-February already? No, I'm with you. The year really feels like it's passing by in the blink of an eye. I imagine you feel that the most, eh, Monica? You've no idea. It's so easy to lose track of time. Don't you ever take a break? Well, it's not quite that simple. There's a surprising amount of bitterness lurking within her words. I'm tempted to press her, but she suddenly jumps to her feet after looking at her watch. And that's all the time I've got. She swiftly packs her belongings away. Leaving so soon? Tennis stuff, remember? Monica slowly nods. Believe me, I'd miss it if I could. See you guys later. With Monica's swift departure, the atmosphere suddenly feels a little awkward. As it's just me, Yuri, and Natsuki, I guess it's kind of a given. Thankfully the bell rings, not so long after, prompting all of us to make our way back to our homerooms. Another day of school done and dusted. With a yawn, I make my way to the school entrance and only hear someone calling my name. Hi, Richie. Would you mind if I were to spend the evening with you? Is that even a question? Come on. One of the best things about life right now is how enjoyable, if simple, my routine tends to be. At the moment, Yuri is cuddled up next to me as we were watching a horror movie. I could hear the wind howling outside, which serves as a contrast against the cozy atmosphere of the room. Yuri's warmth really lends to the homely sense of comfort. With our homework done, it's simply the best feeling in the world, to kick back and relax after a long day of school. I stretch out for my phone, causing Yuri to make a noise of discomfort. She was lying on my shoulder. Sorry, it's my mom, so I kind of had to move to answer it. She noticeably stiffens up. Oh, would you like me to give you some privacy? I wave her concerns away as I glance back at my phone. The display tells me it's a video call, so I angle the phone so my mom can only see me. I don't want to suddenly put Yuri in the limelight. Hey, Mom. Didn't expect you to call me so soon. Evening, Richie. You're looking well. I'm surprised. It looks like you haven't just been living off chocolate and ramen. I roll my eyes at her lighthearted jab. I I don't think Yuri would let me. Yuri softly giggles to herself. Oh? Do you have company, Richie? Yuri, I glance over at Yuri. Suddenly, she's looking rather nervous, tilting my phone away from myself. I try to subtly signal with my eyes that this is a video call. Yeah. Yuri's here. As I suspected. That laugh doesn't sound like Sayori's. It's an awkward silence for a moment. It's clear that Mom wants to talk to Yuri, but I'm still hesitant to introduce them. Yuri closes her eyes for a moment and takes a deep breath. She gives me a small nod. At her command, I turn the phone over so that we're both in the shot. A warm smile comes over my mom's face. Hello, Yuri. It's lovely to finally meet you. Well, if you can call this meeting a meeting. It's nice to meet you too. My goodness, you certainly weren't joking when you said she was beautiful, Richie. Mom. Yuri's blushing furiously. The poor girl doesn't know how to respond. Mom, on the other hand, is sporting a joyous grin. You'll have to forgive me, Yuri. Me and my son's first girlfriend, as a mother, it's quite a special moment for me. Anyway, Richie has told me an awful lot about you. Apparently, you have quite the knack for literature. I have to give Mom credit. Playing to Yuri's interest is definitely the best way to get her to warm up to you. Yes, ever since I was a little girl, I've always been into books. Horror is her specialty, too. Oh, you'll have to be careful around Richie then. He's actually quite a chicken at heart. Yeah, that's only because it's a trait I inherited from you. Mom sighs theatrically. You love playing the genetics card, don't you? Honestly, Yuri, I don't know how I put up with him. Yuri smiles timidly. I could tell that she finds the relationship I have with my mom endearing, but she doesn't really know how to contribute to the humor. And you're quite the chef too, from what I've heard. Yes. Along with reading, food is another passion of mine. There's something really rewarding about experimenting in the kitchen. We've actually cooked quite a lot of stuff together. Hard to believe, right? Indeed it is. I bet your parents appreciate having a good chef, right? I don't. I know I definitely love it if Richie were ever cooked me something. At the mention of her parents, Yuri particularly goes quiet. She's trying to respond, but it's clear that she's struggling. Well, I squeeze her hand gently. Well, they were the ones who got me into cooking in the first place, so I imagine that they're happy with how much I've pursued it. A sad look at Cloud's mom's features. I see, I see. What's wrong, Mom? Whenever I hear about how other children's parents are still around, it makes me feel guilty, really guilty. I really wish I was home right now with you two. Exams, future plans, first relationships. Times aren't easy for you, son, and I'm not there when I should be. Mom, it's fine, really. I never once blamed you for any of this. It's been, it's not been easy since the divorce, and you've got to do what you got to do, right? Money doesn't grow on trees, and I know you're doing your best. Besides, I'm doing fine. Well, I pull Yuri closer to me, grinning at the look of surprise on her face. Better than fine, I'd say. Look at you two. You look so cute together. Yuri and I both smile sheepishly. I know you're right, Richie. But that motherly instinct never goes away. A mother's love is one of the most powerful things on earth. It really is. Well, good news is that we finally finished dealing with a particularly demanding client. There's a good chance I'll be able to return home soon. Really? Really, really? That's great. Do you know when you'll be coming back? Unfortunately, I don't have the exact dates right now. There's still some boring legal stuff we gotta get through. Once that's over, you can bet I'll be the first plane on the first plane home. I'm half tempted to keep it a surprise and just randomly turn up one day. I would love to see Richie's reaction to that. Me too, Yuri, me too. Anyway, I won't ramble any longer. I'll leave you two lovebirds to it. Yuri, my dear, once again, lovely to see you. We'll definitely get to know each other properly when I come to visit, okay? I like the sound of that. Okay, well, take care. Love you, Richie. Love you too, Mom. See ya. With a click, the line goes down and I send my phone back to the table. You handled that very well. Did I? I thought I came across as really nervous and reserved. It's normal to be nervous in that sort of situation. Your mother is really nice. Somehow she helped me with my nerves. She's pretty friendly. Yes, definitely. She's also got a certain warmth to her. It kind of reminds me of my own mother. I pull Yuri into a hug. She clings to me. Sorry, I didn't mean to drag the mood down or anything. I saw her plant a kiss on the top of her head. It's okay. I get it's an emotional moment for you. Anyway, do you want to resume the movie? A silent look comes over her face. Unless you truly are a chicken at heart. I responded, throwing a cushion at her face. Very funny. I can tell mom meeting Yuri in person is going to be a death of me. uh, honestly, I really love this mod, genuinely. As I walk down the street towards school, I yawn and crack my neck. It's another normal average day for me. Not. It's actually Valentine's Day. Man, just thinking about the date night I got planned is increasing my anxiety. It's not like I've never been on a date with Yuri before, but, well, we don't actually plan things out often. Our relationship is more of an organic one. Our dates are spontaneous. Finally, having a formal date feels a bit surreal, but to say the least. But at the same time, I also am looking forward to it. Just gotta wait out the school day. Day one, Today's one of those few days when I wish that I didn't have to go to literature club. Yuri's waiting for me in the hallway as usual. Hey Yuri, ready for tonight? She gives me a little giggle, her eyes shining with affection. Of course, Richie. This may be strange for me to say, but I can't wait for club to be over. I was thinking the exact same thing. We might think alike, eh? I feel like a bit jittery, all things considered. Well, all the jitteriness is gonna be worth it. Or at least I hope so. By the way, I made you some chocolates. She pulls out a small pink box tied shut with a thin ribbon. Inside are heart-shaped chocolates drizzled with various syrups and toppings. I hope they're to your liking. Are you kidding me? They look amazing! Thanks, Yuri. This is officially the best Valentine's Day ever. If only because this is the first time I've gotten romantic chocolates rather than friend chocolates. Can't believe that these are homemade. Yuri shyly ducks her head, mumbling a humble dismissal of my compliment. It's normal to make homemade Valentine's chocolates for your loved ones. There's nothing special. Don't sell yourself short, Yuri. I seriously can't wait to try one out. I sneak a quick kiss on Yuri's cheek while no one's looking. The breach of the school rules startled her for a moment, but her surprise is quickly replaced by playfulness. Thank you. Now, I wonder if we'll get any chocolates from the club members. As I sit in the club room, we find Monica and Natsuki exchanging friend chocolates. Richie, Yuri, perfect timing. Let's just get this over with. There's suddenly a packet of cookies hurtling towards my face. Luckily, I'm fast enough to catch it. Natsuki hands her cookies as Yuri hands her Yuri her cookies as Yuri looks through the bag to reciprocate the gesture. Hey, why didn't you toss that to her too? Are you kidding me? I'm not gonna give special treatment to someone who's not even gonna give something back. But isn't that what White Day's for? Ugh, but that's a whole month away. Valentine's Day is just commercialized sham that forces girls to buy chocolates and stuff for guys. And we have to buy them all for all our guy friends too, not just our crushes. You made these cookies though, didn't you? That's beside the point. Here, Richie. Monica hands me her bar of chocolate wrapped in a pink foil. I do see Natsuki's point. I'm lucky that I don't have anyone in my life though, because I don't have to go through all the effort to make homemade chocolates. Although you are supposed to get chocolates back from guys on White Day. If I recall correctly, most chocolates exchanged on Valentine's Day are actually between women. Well, that makes sense. The majority of girls probably have mostly female friends. Plus, it can be nice to just swap sweets with people you're close to. On that note, thanks for the chocolates and cookies, Thanks for the chocolates and cookies, guys. For a moment, we all exchanged thanks for sweets. By the way, where's Sayori? I noticed that she wasn't here too. She texted me saying she went home early because she was sick. Pretty unlucky day for her to get sick, huh? Yes, it's a bit concerning how often she seems to get sick nowadays. Yeah, I'll check up on her when I have the time. Alright, now that we've all got Valentine's stuff out of the way, let's get to the club meeting. Okay everyone, I'll be seeing you tomorrow then. Phew, now that that's over, it's time for my date with Yuri. Ready for a night of your life? Are you sure that you're not building up too much? I'm wounded by your words, Yuri. Giggling, we make our way down to the school entrance hall and momentarily separate to find our respective shoe lockers. As I open my locker, something white tumbles out. It's an envelope? The corners of the envelope are slightly crumpled as if someone had been holding onto it too tightly. Besides, a small note simply reads, "I'm happy that you're happy," with a small piece of chocolate taped to the paper. The note's ink blurred by a little water damage. What? Who's noticed this? And why'd they give it to me? I'm just a normal guy, not someone who breaks hearts left and right. I can't think of any reason I would have gotten this note. Oh, it's from Sayori, isn't it? It's gonna be from Sayori, isn't it? Oh well, I'll think about it later. Ready to go? Yuri appears next to me as if as if I stepped in open my bag. Oh, you scared me. Yeah, I need to swap my shoes and I'll be good to go. By the way, you never told me what we were doing today. Didn't I say I wanted it to be a surprise? Well, yes, but wow, she looks surprisingly cute when she puts on a pouty face. Don't worry, we're gonna find out what it is soon enough. You're gonna find out what it is soon enough. Let's head home so we can change out of our uniforms though. One change of clothes later, we're both sitting on the train. It sways gently as it moves, then the rhythmic rattling that makes lulls me into a daze. Yuri leans against me, resting her head on my shoulder as we watch the scenery blur by outside. Occasional whiffs of lavender and shampoo float my way. How can she always smell this good? The sunlight streaming in is soothing. It's nearly hot enough to be uncomfortable, but not quite. Richie, are you falling asleep? What? No. Yeah. You'd better not miss our stop. If I do, you'll have full rights to break up with me on the spot. Ooh, wait, are we going to a carnival? I led I led Yuri by the hand as we approached the amusement park, and the sound of music and children laughing fills the air. Can I open my eyes now? Yep, check it out. Yuri's face lights up as she takes in the scene. Roller coasters and other rides tower overhead while crowds of people mill around the park grounds. I haven't been to a theme park in years. Last time I went to one, it was my parents who brought me there. A wistful look crosses her face, and I squeeze her hand in comfort. It's so heart achingly nostalgic. I wonder how it'll stand up to my memories. Thank you for bringing me here, Richie. Of course. I was actually kind of nervous that you wouldn't like it. I suppose I'm not exactly the exciting type. And I love you just the way you are. In fact, it makes things that much more exciting and fun when you surprise me. I see. Thank you. Anyway, let's stop standing around and enter the park. So, where do you want to go first? What's there to do? I'm not familiar with this particular park, so how about one of the roller coasters? Ooh, a roller coaster? I'm taking that you're not a fan of them, eh? Not particularly, no. Okay, we can do something else then. I pull out a map of the park and look over it with her. Most of the attractions are rides, but there are two in particular that I think might interest Yuri. But which one should I check first? Ooh, Haunted Mansion, Fantasy Village. Ooh, wait, these are both really good. Bro, honestly, I go Haunted Mansion first. Like, I'm very interested in horror. How about the Haunted Mansion? It seems pretty relevant to us. Oh, I've always wondered about haunted houses. You have never been to one before? No, the only ones I've gone to were student-run haunted houses during school festivals. And those likely don't quite match up to professional ones. Do you think this one will match up to the thrills that we enjoy in our novels? Only one way to find out, right? Ooh, is that Triforce I see? I see a Legend of Zelda Triforce there. A few minutes later, we're standing in a quiet, sun-dappled corner of the park. There's there are surprisingly few visitors here, although the silence only adds to the atmosphere. The haunted mansion itself is modeled after traditional Japanese home, like the ones you see in Kyoto. It looks quite normal on the outside. That might be why it's not one of the most popular attractions. However, the huge wings on the house sprawling across the grounds indicate that it'll be a lengthier experience. Are you ready to enter? Yep. Do you think it'll be scary? I don't know about you. I don't know, but I'm highly anticipating this. Her eyes shine with excitement. She grabs my arm tightly. There's nothing like the rush you get when you're fearing the unknown. I seem to remember Yuri talking about this on Halloween. Let's go in before you explode from the excitement. Then we brush we brush the front entrance curtains aside and walk into the house. Ooh, oh, this music! It's so nice. As we enter the entrance hall, we are immediately met by an exceedingly anxious-looking man. Oh, you're finally here. Do we know you? Yes, you're here to deal with the ghost, right? Um, a failed paranormal investigator and the legendary Shinto priestess. I guess we are now. Good, good. Please, hurry up and help cleanse the home from these spirits. I'm begging you. Where do we go? Here, right this way. And I'm sure I don't have to tell you to, but uh, always move forward, or the spirits. Well, I wouldn't wish those horrors on my worst enemies. And with those ominous words, he shuffles us through the doorway and slams the door shut. It takes a moment for my eyes to adjust to the darkness. It's actually quite dark in the haunted house itself. The hallway is all old wood and plaster, giving it a bit of an abandoned feel. Richie, are you coming? Yuri tugs in my arm, clearly eager to get going. All right, I just don't want to run headlong into danger, you know? The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. We slowly walk down the hallway. The air is silent and still, with dust motes dancing freely around us. The only sounds are those of our footsteps and creaking wood. I always feel the compulsion to hold my breath so that it doesn't break the silence. Yuri's warmth at my side is a welcome distraction from the house. At this point, her clutching my arm is more for my comfort than hers. Suddenly, a dark shadow darts across the end of the hallway. Yuri grips tightens on my arm. Did you see that? Dude, honestly, I think it would be this sort of moment would be more impactful if you actually made a CG where like you actually see a shadow darting across the hallway. That would be kind of creepy. Did you see that? Perhaps it's one of the spirits the man mentioned earlier. Spirits, huh? Don't forget your suspension of disbelief. Yeah. Nothing's really happened so far yet, though. Um, don't tell me I'm hearing things now. I think you spoke too soon. The the unearthly moaning sound is exactly what I imagine hell would sound like, and it's coming from behind us. We slowly turn around to find the source of the sound. It's a girl with a pale, nearly bluish skin, her neck twisted around in an impossible angle. The white dress she wears is in tatters, her body covered in dirt, blood, bruises, and lacerations. Stringy black hair nearly covers her face, but not quite. We can still see a chilling grin appear when she sees us turn around. As we stand frozen in place, the apparition takes a creeping step forward, their movements unnatural and disjointed. She takes another step and another, and suddenly she's running straight at us. Holy crap! We finally snap out of it and begin running away, with me pulling Yuri forward by her hand. You're not so fast, Richie. Hold on, let's all get to a room somewhere and hide. Whipping around a corner, I grasp at the front door handle and see it fling open. I pull Yuri towards my chest, and we tumble into the room together. She quickly slides the door closed as quickly as possible, while I sit on the floor and catch my breath. Phew, that was exciting. I can't believe how scared you were, Richie. Oh, like you weren't scared. We laugh a bit as the adrenaline rushing through our veins begins to subside. So out of breath, I suppose there are downsides to staying indoors and reading all the time. Same for me, but with video games and anime instead of reading. That genuinely got me. Dude, the door behind actually freaking rattled. That's crazy. Dude, okay, they actually upped the ante a bit. I wasn't expecting that. Huh? Um, did you hear that? How many times again I have to say this today? Sounded like it came from the closet. We both look over at the closet door. While it was closed shut before, the door is now a few inches open, offering a peek at the darkness inside. Don't fucking jump scare me, I swear to God. Oh God! Oh my God! They actually move. Wait, the door is actually moving. Holy sh! Okay, see now that's something I want. I want little details like that in the background all the time. Please, that's awesome. A hand suddenly appears from the crack, and the faint light highlighting a hint of a nose and cheek. Um, do you want to play hide and seek? Yuri, I think we should get out of here. Yes, let's. I don't know how much time has passed, but we're finally out. It's blindingly bright outside after the shadows of the haunted house. The fresh air is especially refreshing given the running we did inside. So, what did you think of that? I can see why some people get addicted to the thrill of haunted houses. Honestly, it was better than expected. I thought there would be more cheap jump scares, but it actually played to our suspense quite well. Yeah, you know, it's good when it makes you scared, even though you're aware that everyone's an actor. I especially like how the girl in the closet from the beginning reappeared near the end too. Attention to details such as continuity can elevate things from merely good to amazing. I think my favorite part was when we had to walk through the pitch black room together. Like I said, the fear of the unknown is a powerful drug. Anyway, we still got time left in the day, so where do you want to go next? Let's have a look at the map again. What do you think about this fantasy village thing? Is this one based off the magical village in that one book series? I wonder how immersive it'll be. I'm guessing pretty immersive since the park is known for it. Come on, let's get there before the lines get too long. Okay, so we go to both places regardless. Ooh. Wait, this looks like something straight out of like fairy tale or something. Not a fairy tale, I mean like the anime. Within a few minutes, we find ourselves at the entrance of the village. The place is packed full of people, likely because of the popularity of the book series. Wow, it looks exactly as I pictured it. Mm-hmm. Only downside is the crowds, eh? I suppose we'll have to make sure we're not separated. Yuri tentatively grabs my hand and I squeeze hers in mine. I definitely don't mind how the crowd is making us press against each other. I bet this attraction is a huge moneymaker for the park. I mean, look at all the shops. It seems to be nearly all the buildings house shops of some kind, ranging from cafes to restaurants to gift shops to bookstores. Whew, everything here is pretty expensive. I'd expect nothing less from a theme park. We walk around for a bit, window shopping and chatting. The architects really didn't spare any expense making sure the village was as detailed and realistic as possible. Do you have anything in particular you want to check out? Like stuff from the books they want to see in real life now? That's a good question. Maybe, well, this may sound a bit silly, but I've always loved how the food was described in the novels. It always sounded so succulent and delicious. It's no surprise that well-written descriptions of food I would have caught your attention. Do you think it might have partly caused you to learn how to cook too, along with your parents' influence, I mean? Maybe. It probably helped me turn into a bit of a foodie at least. I'm not you. I'm not used to even read books near dinner time to increase my appetite. Jeez, I'll have to reread the series then if the writing's that good. Well, if you want to try some food, let's look around for some. A nearby cart piled high with plastic mugs catches my eye. Hey, how about we try some of that? Oh, is that the famous butterscotch drink? Let's try it and see. Nearly nearly 1,000 yen later, we both clutch we both clutching mugs towering with golden liquid and foam. Yuri tentatively takes a sip. How is it? It's quite rich and creamy. It reminds me of root beer, but with a butterscotch instead of sassafras. I think I quite like it. I wonder how they make it. I'm sure you can look it up on the internet. By the way, you have a foam mustache now. Yuri quickly licks her upper lip in consternation. That was super cute. You kind of remind me of a cat there. That was cute. Mm-hmm. Well, anything you do is cute though. Um, thank you. I guess Yuri still doesn't know how to take compliments gracefully. That kind of gives her an endearing charm though, at least in my opinion. You're so nice to me, Richie. How can I not be? I mean, you're you. Yuri smiles bashfully at that. I pull her towards me with my arm around her waist. Now, how about we find some huge turkey likes to eat? I heard that this place is famous for that. Oh man, I'm stuffed. I can't believe I spent this whole time eating. Suffice to say, I'll need to eat dinner I don't think I'll need to eat dinner tonight. I don't think I'll need to eat for a week at this point. Phew, I'm kind of tired. Would you like to go back home then? Hold on, I actually wanted to go on a ride with you. What kind of ride? Don't worry, it's not a roller coaster. We, I was actually trying to save the best for last. Come on, just follow me. Okay, Richie, I trust you. There it is. I point out to the wheel towering above us. Its colorful passenger cars sway gently in the air as we travel around the wheel. The Ferris wheel? I figured we kind of had to take a ride on it because of all the Valentine's Day legends associated with Ferris wheels. You know, stuff like taking a ride on Valentine's Day means you'll stay together for the year. Well, if it's such a tradition, we should probably honor it. One cue later, we hop onto one of the gondolas and feel a slight jerk after a moment as the wheel begins turning. Have you ever been on a Ferris wheel before? No, don't actually think so. It's quite tall, isn't it? Yeah, but if it wasn't, we wouldn't get any view. Yuri peeks over the edge of the window to look at the ground slowly shrinking below us. We aren't very high right now, at least. Just give it a minute and we will be. I see a few children waving at the wheel as we are lifted higher and higher into the air. It's kind of strange feeling seeing everything become as small as their map counterparts. You know, it honestly like anytime I hit a Ferris wheel, it just reminds me of that moment from Pokemon Black 2 and White 2, where you can ride the Ferris wheel and I'm pretty sure it was no, not Nimbasa City, but like it was the city with the electric gym. I don't remember which one it is. Everything is bathed in a golden glow from the setting sun, as if the whole world were dipped in honey. The silhouettes on the other rides loop around in the sky, but none are as tall as the Ferris wheel. With the noises of the park faded away, it's quiet on the gondola. Hey, I think we're at the top now. Yuri's looking straight at me with a bit of a strange smile on her face. Aren't you going to look outside? Yeah. She sneaks a quick glance outside for a second, then snaps back to staring at me again. Her knuckles are white from gripping the edges of her seat. Yuri, are you afraid of heights? Yes. You should have told me we didn't have to do this. It's alright. If you're happy, then I am too. My mind suddenly flashes back to the note I found earlier today. But I like to see you happy too. If you're generally not having a good time on the ride, then what's the point? You're so kind, Richie. It's just common courtesy. You're kind and funny and smart. You're good at talking to people, even if you say otherwise. Why are you here with me? Huh? What do you mean? I'm here with you because I want to be here. But you're so good. Did Yuri's words just fail her? This might be the first time I've ever seen her happen. It happened since I've known her. Sure, she stammers and takes long pauses to think sometimes, but she's always been able to find the right phrases to accurately convey her thoughts. She has a rueful expression on her face. Clearly, she knows that she's grasping for words. And how can I be good too, if I'm nothing like you? Yuri, I lean over to grab Yuri's hand in mine. You don't have to be like me to be good. There's lots of things I don't necessarily like about myself. And there are tons of things that I do like about you. I don't think anyone else has been able to change my life as much as you did. Well, except by my parents, of course. But you're the one who got me into literature, who's inspired me to go to university after we graduate. You're the one who I can see myself with 10 years into the future. Hmm. Even the little things endear yourself to me so much. The way your eyes sparkle when you're passionate about something, how cute you can be when you pout, how insightful you are when you're talking about normal things, how beautiful you are when you float off into your own world while you think. I softly brush a strand of her hair away from her face. How your hair falls in your face. We're so close together that I can feel the warmth of her breath on my skin now. Richie. And suddenly our lips meet. Her lips are soft and warm. I can almost swear that I taste the faintest hint of butterscotch. The freaking butterscotch drink. After what seems like an eternity, we finally break apart. I love you, Yuri. And I love you, Richie. This has truly been one of the best days of my life, so thank you. No, thank you for coming along with me. Of course I came along. I'm your girlfriend. You want to try looking down at the view now? Come on, I'll hold you. You're safe with me. Okay, don't let go of me. I wrap my arms around Yuri's waist from behind as we take in the sights in front of us. She's slightly shorter than I am, I'm just about able to rest my chin on her head. I hear I hear her laugh as she wipes her hands around mine. We stay like this for a while, slowly allowing the gentle bob of the gondola to take us down the ground level. It wasn't so bad when you looked over the edge, was it? No, I suppose it wasn't. It was a beautiful view, very picturesque. Thanks for helping me get over my fear, at least for the moment. Of course. Anyway, just go for it, Richie. It's kind of late, so do you want to stay the night? Oh, I'd be happy to. It seems like we're both suddenly overcome with shyness as we start heading to my house. I curse myself as I fumble with the doorknob, but we eventually find ourselves inside. Flipping on the light switch, I turn somewhat nervously towards Yuri. Do you want anything to drink? Just water will be fine, thanks. I quickly busy myself in the kitchen, rummaging through the cupboards as loudly as possible to break the tension. She's gotta realize what I'm thinking about, right? The silence soon returns as I pass a mug of water to Yuri, though. Are you hungry? I could bring in a few snacks, too. Didn't you already eat enough at the amusement park? Ah, true. Just tell me if you need anything, then. Alright, thank you. There's a small there's a small moment of awkward silence. Richie. What is it? Could I use your shower? Oh, yeah, of course. You're probably all tired and sweaty from today. Not to say that you're super sweaty, though. I just meant that you walked around a lot today and stuff. Oh my god, Yuri is literally actually rubbing off on me. I'm turning into a shy boy. Damn it, Richie. It's fine. So here, I'll show you to my mom's bathroom. That way you can use the other bathroom at the same time. Okay, thank you. Do you have an extra towel too? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. I lead Yuri to the master bedroom's ensuite bathroom, then quickly rush over to the other bathroom and take a shower myself. I'd almost forgotten, but this is the place where I saw Yuri harming herself. I can only see the bladed razor lying on the floor again. Snap out of it, Richie. This is probably the worst time to dwell on those things. Still, I can't help but be reminded of it. I just need to shower and get out as soon as possible. A few minutes later, I'm sitting on my bed and shaking my leg from nerves. Why do girls take such long showers? Well, I guess Yuri has her hair to wash. I mean, yeah, seriously, dude. If you let's be honest. If you actually had, I myself have pretty long hair. Like, it's not as long as Yuri's at all. I really do hope to grow my hair out that long. I'm kidding, obviously. There's no way I could manage my hair if it's that freaking long. But having long hair is really, really, well, not really annoying, but like it's really hard to like wash out all like the freaking parts and stuff, especially when you're losing hair like I am. That seems like a what seems like a lifetime later, I finally see her enter the room. Hey, fancy meeting you here. She sits down beside me on the edge of my bed. Richie, I know I keep saying this, and sorry if it's annoying to constantly hear it, but thanks for today. You really are the perfect boyfriend for me. How, how can I be annoyed at that? Especially since you call me the perfect boyfriend. You really are too good for me. You're so thoughtful. I never I never think to do anything for you or buy any spontaneous gifts for you. I'm so selfish. Look, here I am making everything about myself again. Is this going to be a recap of our Ferris wheel conversation? Yuri, you don't give yourself enough credit. You're not being selfish. You always think about other people rather than yourself. And if you want an example of your own thoughtfulness, remember when you bought me that copy of Portrait of Markov? I nearly forgot about that. That was so long ago. Seems like only yesterday to me. I mean, how could I forget about at the time a beautiful girl gave me a gift? If you can call me the perfect boyfriend, then I can call you the perfect girlfriend too. Richie? I lean in close, Her lashes are long and flutter with each breath she takes, while her eyes, I can almost get swallowed up by those clear pools of violet. Little flickers of darker purple amidst the reflected light in her eyes give her irises a jewel-like quality. Impulsively, I press my lip against hers. The emotions from back on the Ferris wheel are swirling inside me again. The kiss is brief, but leaves me wanting more. Suddenly, Yuri clears her throat. Richie, could you close the curtains? Oh boy, is this really happening? I get up and pull the curtains closed with a swish. Could you turn off the lights as well? Oh, are we getting into that part? Okay, editor me, get ready to cut out part of the video, okay? Oh wait, I didn't read that. Whoops. Okay, whatever makes you comfortable. To be honest, I'm kind of glad that she wants the light to be off. I'm not too self-conscious when it comes to my body, but I still feel a bit embarrassed at being nude in front of Yuri. As if with the light off, I hear a rustling from Yuri that's followed by a small thump on the floor. Okay. I can't see much when I turn around, given that my eyes haven't adjusted yet. Even so, I can tell that Yuri's top is now laying crumpled on the floor. Hey, wow, that was intense. Alright. Yeah, sorry I had to cut that out of the video, guys. I don't think YouTube would allow it. The sounds of my alarm clock roused me back to consciousness. Normally, I'd be a little grumpy at the thought of yet another early start for school, but not today. Thinking about the Valentine's weekend with Yuri and I spent with each other, I really couldn't have ended it any better. Waking up to her on Sunday with neither of us clothed. I blush as I hop out of bed. Now that we've taken our relationship to the next level, I wonder when's the next occasion going to be. Flashes of Yuri's body flickered through my mind. Man, I really am the luckiest guy alive. With a grin, I complete the rest of my morning routine and head to school. Looks like the weather is emulating my feelings. It's uncharacteristically warm today, and the nasty gray skies of winter are nowhere to be seen. Can't complain. Although this still doesn't answer the question on where Sayori is. Like, was she legitimately sick, or was she, because like, think about it. Like the note that we got before the whole Valentine's thing, the note we got that must have been from Sayori, right? And we barely got to see her in this route. Oh, whoops, minimized it. My bad. Can't complain. Morning, Richie. Hey Yuri, what's up? Just thought I'd let you know that I won't be in school today. Looks like I've come down with some kind of cold. That sucks. You don't need anything, do you? Like any medicine or whatever? No, I think I'll be okay. Thank you for asking, though. You sure? I really wouldn't mind coming over after school. Positive. I'll let you know if I feel any better. Okay, sounds good. Hope you feel better soon, Colin D. Thank you. I love you, Richie. Love you too, Yuri. Speak soon. Oh man, sucks that I won't be seeing Yuri in school today. Huh. I've really turned into a lovesick puppy, haven't I? I smile as I shake my head and carry on walking. And that's the end of today's lesson, everyone. Such a shame to end it on such an interesting note. I don't suppose anyone would rather learn about the relationship between Hitler and Mussolini instead of stuffing their faces with delicious food. His own stomach rumbles, causing the class to laugh. Well, I hope no one would, because I'm really hungry. Until next time, guys. I stand up and make my way over to the door. Oh man, I bet the others will tease me about Valentine's Day too. Totally forgot about that. Sayori! Sayori's finally in! Jesus! I guess we're gonna have to talk to her about that note at some point. Sayori, Natsuki, and Monica are already there by the time I step foot inside. Monica is typing something onto her laptop while attempting to eat, while Sayori is wholly engrossed in her food. On the other hand, Natsuki doesn't seem to have any food in front of her, and is instead focusing on what looks like yet another shoujo manga. Morning, guys. It's warm today, isn't it? Yeah, it is, I have to say. It's a huge relief because tennis practices aren't nearly as enjoyable when it's freezing outside. You still play tennis in the winter? So dedicated, Monica. More like crazy. You'd be amazed at how often those two traits coincide. As I pull out my food and begin eating, Monica closes her laptop lid and puts the machine into a bag it fits snugly into. Is Yuri not with you today? Nah, she said she wasn't feeling very well today. Natsuki mumbles something under her breath that sounds suspicious like morning sickness. Yeah, probably best to act like I didn't hear that. Oh? What's wrong? Is it the flu? Nope, it's a kind of bug. I offered to go see her after school, but she said she'd be okay. You know, it's probably for the best. Huh? What do you mean? I mean, you two already spend a lot of time with each other, right? I'm guessing you guys also spent the Valentine's weekend with each other too. Of course, it's nice to spend time with your partner, but it's also healthy to take a break, don't you think? I hadn't really thought of it like that. I guess you're right. I'm just I'm just a bit worried, that's all. Monica laughed softly. Richie, it's just a little bug. I'm sure she's going to be fine. She's not a little child that you constantly have to look after. Okay, okay, I get it. It's sweet that you're concerned for her, though. Yeah. Natsuki must have been looking at my expression because she suddenly pipes up. If it makes you feel any better, I'll go check up on her. Eh? She looks down at the floor, looking like she's struggling with her words. I mean, she's my friend too, so... I grin. Natsuki has always been someone who's really bad at hiding her true feelings. You're worried about her too, aren't you? No. Well, we're getting a bit closer, and so I just thought that she'd appreciate it if I went to see her she was alright, okay? Aw, look at you looking out for Yuri so much. She's so cute. Seeing the look on Natsuki's face, Monica hastily interjects. I I think what Yuri really meant to say was it's really nice to see you two bonding so well as of late. Looks like you both put aside your differences, and it's great to see. Ah, you guys make everything so sentimental and awkward. Sorry, Natsuki. Anyways, seeing as Yuri isn't here today, there's not much of a point in sharing poems for our club meeting. Instead, why don't we try writing one instead? Oh, something new? Yeah, I'd be okay with that. What about the poems we've already written, though? We can share them when Yuri's back. We'd all get more feedback that way, too. I guess that can work. No complaints here. I figured you'd say that, Richie. I had a hunch you were slightly preoccupied over this weekend and weren't able to write a poem. No idea what you're talking about, Monica. Well, have you written a poem? What a mystery will be taken to our graves. Monica doesn't look particularly convinced, but thankfully the bell rings, sparing me any further interrogation. As we pack away our things and prepare to head back to our homeroom classes, an idea comes to mind. I think Yuri would really appreciate if I wrote a poem for her. Yeah, that'd be great. A great little romantic gesture. Let's just get through the rest of the day first. With my final lesson over, I make my way back to the club room, eager to test my poetic abilities. I've really changed, haven't I? I didn't mind writing poems back in September, but now I'm so eager to do so. Oh well, it's hardly a bad thing. I'm in the last one in. As I settle into the desk, Monica clears her throat and addresses everyone in the room. Okay, everyone. There isn't really much for me to say. After all, you know what we're meant to be doing, so feel free to start. By all means, feel free to collaborate with others if you want to. I figured it would be a great way to get some insight on how guys write poems. Way to put us under pressure, Monica. Sorry, just see what you can come up with. If you want to finish it at home, that's fine. I just didn't want to waste a session, and I figured something new would be appreciated. It's okay, Monica. Come on, Natsuki, let's work together and see what we can come up with. She leads her away as I reach into my bag. As I'm pulling out my writing materials, I pause. It's a note that I received on Valentine's Day. Man, I totally forgotten about that. What should I do about it? Even though I'm more happy with Yuri, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't at least a little curious whom the sender is. Looking around, it seems that Sayori and Natsuki are busy. Well, at least Sayori is. She is animatedly clattering away while Natsuki looks like she's pretending to listen. Monica doesn't look preoccupied with something for a change, so... Hey, Monica. What's up, Richie? I lower my voice and shift the chair closer to Monica. This prompts her to raise eyebrows, an understandable response, I guess. Listen, can I ask you something? Something confidential, I assume? She discreetly nods at the other two girls. I, I nod my head and show her the now crumpled note. I found this envelope in my locker on Valentine's Day. And you're asking me if I know who it's from? What? How did you guess? Well, it's either that or you're asking me if I sent it, and I think we both know the answer to that question. Though her tone is dry, I can faintly detect the humor in her voice. I sometimes forget how much Monica likes to tease people. So, any ideas? You tell me, Richie. I blink at her. What's that supposed to mean? In other words, I'm asking you if you have any idea yourself. Well, it has to be from someone I know. I can't imagine it's from any of my classmates. I honestly couldn't imagine if it's coming from Natsuki, and you obviously haven't, so my eyes wander over to the back of Sayori's head. Monica must have been following where I'm looking as she nods. Looks like you don't need my detective skills after all. But Sayori? D- didn't you also receive a friendship chocolate from her? Yeah, but just that. Friendship chocolate, right? Monica stares at me for a moment and somehow get the feeling that she's doing her best not to roll her eyes. I don't know, it's just weird to think of Sayori in that sense. We've always been good friends, and it's just kind of weird to imagine us being anything more than that. There's nothing wrong with feeling that way, Richie. Besides, you're happy with Yuri now, right? I guess. I just feel kind of bad for Sayori, you know? But there's nothing to say that you can't. But there's nothing to say that you can't spend time with her as friends. I know she's probably really appreciate that, especially since we've stopped walking to school together. A horrible feeling in my gut flushes through my body. Of guilt, my bad. Yeah, you're right. Thanks, Monica. It's okay. Now, haven't you got a poem to be getting on with? Oh, yeah, for sure. Guess I'll get started. After some time, Monica stands up and addresses everyone once more. Okay, everyone. I think that's all the time we have for today. How are all of the poems coming along? I glanced down at mine. I'm fairly happy with it, although I'm not entirely sure how Yuri would perceive it. After all, she does have quite high standards. Pretty good. I think I'll finish the rest at home. Yeah, same here. Mine's actually finished. Looks like everyone's in the same boat then. We can start we can sort out when to share poems tomorrow because I've really got to dash. I see you guys tomorrow. After swiftly packing away her things, Monica zooms out the door with the velocity of a bullet. Me and the other two girls also start packing up, and before long, we're good to go. While writing my poem, I decided that I wanted to walk Sayori home, but surprisingly, she's already gone. Natsuki is the only one left, and she's awkwardly hovering by the door. You gonna be much longer? Huh? Oh, no, sorry. Guess I've been... I guess I've been a little too lost in thought. I swiftly pack up my stuff and join Natsuki at the corridor. Still gonna go check up on Yuri? She nods. Sounds good. Let me know how she's doing, okay? Sheesh, do you get paid to worry or something? I start to laugh, but the memory of the cuts on Yuri's arm suddenly come flooding back. The laugh turns more into a wince. Natsuki looks at me curiously. Yeah, probably. See you tomorrow. Natsuki still looks a little suspicious, but doesn't say anything. It's been a couple of hours since I got home, enough time for me to have finished my homework. With nothing left to do, I'm flopped on the sofa browsing some anime. As I catch up on my favorite series, my mind drifts over to Yuri's house. I wonder how Natsuki is faring at the moment. It's a little strange how she's the one who went over and not me, but then again, I suppose it's a good thing that they're clearly getting along better these days. I guess Yuri will tell me about it later. My mind also keeps focusing on the Valentine's note along with Monica's words. If it really is from Sayori, then she likes me? The note didn't exactly say that, though. I'm happy if you're happy. What does that mean? If she does indeed have feelings, then could that water damage actually be from her tears? Or is it just my overactive imagination? Eh, still, no matter what's going on, I really should spend more time with Sayori. Explaining it to Yuri might be a bit tricky, though. I don't really want her knowing that Sayori might have feelings for me. Hmm. Thinking about it, I could just say that I haven't spent much time with Sayori recently. Nothing dishonest about that. And besides, I'd never do anything to betray Yuri's trust. Yeah, that's a good idea. Man, Yuri has a habit of ringing me when I'm thinking about her, doesn't she? Hey, Yuri. How you feeling? A little better, thanks. Is Natsuki over? Yes, she is. I have to admit, I was a little surprised. Yeah, she mentioned she was gonna come see you at lunchtime. I didn't see it coming either. But it's good to see that you two are getting so well these days. I agree. This is a far cry from how it used to be. I don't know if it's a strange thing to say, but I wish you were in my class at school. Well, it's only natural that you'd want to be able to talk to your friends in class. Yes, I suppose so. It's just a bit surreal having a close friend like her. Although if I'm being a bit honest, as nice as it is to have her around, I wish it was you that was looking after me, not her. Huh? But you're the one who said I didn't have to come over when you rang them in the morning. I know. So sorry, I'm just being weird again. You sure you don't want to talk about it? Well, all right. I I just feel warm and secure when I think you're about being around you. But I don't want to be clingy or obsessive. Only I don't really know where the proper boundaries should be. There must be something wrong with me. I like having personal space, but at the same time I want to stay by your side. Honestly, I don't think it's strange to feel that way. I mean, aren't couples supposed to be lovey-dovey and attached to at the hip and all that? That is true, isn't it? Obviously, isn't it? I obviously don't have much experience with relationships, but that's how it always seems to be from movies and stuff. Although, now that I think about it, movies probably aren't the best source of romantic advice. Of course, it's good to keep our independence and maintain some personal space at least. Mm, But I but I guess it's also a matter of how we express each other to our individual love languages. Personally, I rather enjoy my personal downtime, but somehow I don't think I should bring that up right now. At any rate, we're still in the honeymoon phase of our relationship, right? Right, of course. Sorry, I'm just being really silly at the moment. I hear her take a deep breath. Don't worry about it, seriously. What did you and the others get up to during the club meeting today? Your behavior is still a bit suspicious, but decided to let it go. This isn't really a conversation to be having over the phone. Not much. We decided to write poems instead of sharing them, so it was quite pretty quiet. Oh? Well, I look forward to reading your latest poem then. Any idea what that would be? I'm actually feeling a lot better, so most likely tomorrow or the day after. I don't want to jinx anything just yet. Fair enough. I think you'll really like this one, or so I hope. Oh, why's that? You'll have to wait and see. A man of mystery. Yeah, just an awkward moment of silence. Anyway, Natsuki is insisting that I get some proper rest, so I should probably get some more sleep before she gets angry. I'll speak to you soon, and I'll hopefully see you tomorrow, okay? Love you, Richie. Love you too, Yuri. Get some rest. The call ends, I slip my phone back into my pocket. There's no denying that Yuri does sound a little bit obsessive, but is it anything to be concerned over? Sure, uh, sure, it's good to spend time away from your partner, but I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't disappointed over the fact that's Natsuki and not me who's taking care of her. Well, it's too late to see Yuri now anyway. Plus, Nurse Natsuki is there, so so there's not much point in thinking about it. Clingy or not, for someone who struggles with acceptance, both from herself and from others, I suppose she's doing well. With a shrug, I turn back to the television screen and immerse myself once more with a colorful world of anime. I think we're finally coming up to the end of the route. We're coming to the end of it. I'm I'm very excited, honestly. What? Why is it that the scariest nightmares are always the ones where you fail out of school? Some might say that it's a bad omen, especially since final season is fast approaching. It takes so much effort to study, though. You know what? I'm just not gonna think about it. Although I feel like I'm forgetting something. Something exceedingly important. This isn't going to be something like me forgetting to walk to school with Yuri again, is it? Oh well, might as well get ready for the day while I mull over my forgetfulness. I sit in the toilet and scroll to my 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 Reddit feed, not Reddit. Read it. It's different. I suddenly hear the telltale bells of a text message. Hey guys, don't forget we have our study group in an hour or so. Oh, that's what we were forgetting, I bet. Hour or so. Hope you're all awake. Crap, I totally forgot about it. What a great host I am, offering up my house study session and then forgetting all about it. I offer up a silent thanks to Monica and her dependability. Guess I better get off the toilet and clean up the house before Natsuki complains my ears off. That was clean enough, right? Why do I always leave the cleaning until the last minute? I feel like I've been in this multiple times before. Who would have thought that I had learned my lesson by now? I haven't even breakfast yet, too. As if on cue, my stomach gives a forlorn gurgle. Sorry, bud, but societal expectations and politeness take precedent over survival. Maybe I'll have enough time for a quick bite of toast. Nope, there's a knock on my door. Judged by the politeness of the knock, it's either Yuri or Monica. Coming. Who would have guessed it? It's Yuri. Hello, Richie. First one here, huh? I can't say I didn't expect it, though. You're a whole 10 minutes early. Well, I wasn't doing much of anything, so I decided I might as well come over. Sorry, were you not ready yet? No, you're good. Feel free to come in. I'm actually surprised that Monica isn't early, too. As I usher for Yuri in my house, a familiar sounding voice shouts in the direction of the streets. Wait up! Hold the door! Looks like I spoke a little too soon. Monica jogs over to us and waves hello, brushing the bangs out of her eyes. I should have known that you were going to beat me here, Yuri. I do like to be punctual. A little more than punctual, don't you think? Um, it's all in good faith. Obviously, I'm quite early too, so I'm not one to talk. I mean, punctuality is a good trait to have, isn't it? Yep, I feel like it shows that you value others' time when you're punctual. Yeah, I admittedly need to work on keeping track of time more than myself. Anyway, are we going to stand here talking until the others show up, or? Oh, right, let's head inside. So, what's our schedule for today? Schedule? Are we just gonna study? Well, yes, but shouldn't we discuss how we're going to study and organize ourselves a bit? Whew, I mean, aren't we just going to read and do problem sets? But we're not all going to be studying the same subject at the same time, right? Oh, well, hold on, that must be one of the others. Huh, both Natsuki and Sayori are on my door. Hey guys, did you coordinate this or something? Nah, we just happened to see each other on the way here. Hi Richie, we're not late, are we? No, you guys are right on time. Yuri and Monica are just early as usual. Now that everyone's here though, we can get started. With that, Natsuki and Sayori follow me to the living room. After swapping hellos, we all settled down on the living room sofas. So, what are we going to do first? Richie, Monica, and I had actually been discussing that right before you two joined us. Mm-hmm. We were talking about some kind of agenda. Do you really need something like that? All we're gonna do is study. That's what I asked. It'd still be helpful to plan out where you're going to study, though, in my opinion. We do have around 5 subjects to study, so we should plan accordingly. Don't you guys plan out your studying? No. Me neither. I just study for the exams in the order that they come in, like a week beforehand. Me too. Well, I kind of crammed the day before, though. Monica looks over desperately at Yuri. I study in a more organized manner myself. It helps me stay on track when going over subjects that I don't like as much. Thank you. As the top 2 students in this group, I'd say that both my and Yuri's studying habits may take precedent over yours. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? It means that we're going to whip you guys into shape, right, Yuri? I suppose so. Can I ask what that entails first? I just mean that we're going to help everyone stay focused. And that means no romantic calls between you and Richie, too. I wasn't even thinking of. Oh. Jeez, Monica, who do you think we are? Only joking. Anyway, should we focus on subjects that we're weakest in first? We're only going to be here for a few hours, so we likely won't be able to study every single subject we have. And since we're all together, we should probably study material that we asked each other for help on. After all, we could all probably study our strongest subjects quite easily on our own. That's a great idea, Yuri. Yep, although what happens if I'm weak on all my subjects? Sayori, try not to be so hard on yourself. After all, you're definitely good with literature at least. Yeah, you probably do fine in your classes. If anything, it's Richie who has to worry. Hey, I'll have you know that I aced some of my tests before. I don't think any of us will need help studying literature, though. So, I guess none of us are going to be studying Japanese unless someone needs their help with their grammar. Nah, my worst subjects are science and history. Huh? Really? I'll probably help you with history, but I'm gonna work on math first myself. I'm strong in history and science as well, so feel free to ask me any questions too. Although math, well, there are more enjoyable subjects to say the least. Come on, again, I will say this to the day I die, math isn't bad. It's just numbers. You two are in luck, because math is one of my strongest areas. See? You see? Me and Monica are on the same wavelength right here. Could you add one more to the group? I'm kind of bad at math and science. No problem. Aren't you good at English, Sayori? I'm okay at it. Nice. Then you can help with that too. Help me with that too. My grammar always gets me. I believe that everyone's sorted out then. Yeah, we all know what we're going to study now, I think. I can't believe we're actually doing this. I guess it's good that I'm being forced to study earlier though. That's the spirit. Oh, I nearly forgot. Is anyone thirsty or hungry? I could get us all snacks and drinks and stuff to power us through this. If it's not too much of a bother, that'd be lovely. Actually, actually, would you like? I can help if it's still the same kinds of snacks. I know the perfect ones for each person. That'd be great. Great, thanks. Yuri, were you going to say something? No, it's all right. We'll be waiting for you two then. It's okay. Let's hurry up then, Sayori. Let's see. I'll grab the bottles of water while you grab the snacks. All right? Sure. Are they all in the same cupboards? Yep. Just leave them wherever Mom stuffs them, and I just leave them wherever Mom stuffs them when she comes back from her trips. I haven't been to your house for so long, Richie. It makes me feel really nostalgic. Yeah, I guess so. It kind of feels like we're kids again, just for a moment. I always had a hard time picking the snacks you had. You better not take an hour like that one time went. You meanie! That was just because your mom bought a bunch of different flavors of my favorite gummies. Man, you could have tried them all, you know. But I didn't want to be rude and eat everything. Siri sighs, shuffling some packages around the shelves. It looks like there's only one pack of gummies now. Oh, that's probably because my mom noticed that you weren't coming over as often anymore. I always liked the chips and crackers more, so a slow silence creeps over us. I don't know what to say. How am I supposed to address the huge elephant in the room drifting away from Sayori again? Hey Richie, what's up? Do you want to hang out with me tomorrow? Only if you're free, that is. Hmm? Sure thing. Is there any reason why? No, it's just for old time's sake. I mentally facepalm. What, does Sayori need to have a specific reason to hang out with her oldest friend now? Sayori, I'm sorry that I've been such a terrible friend to you. Don't worry, it's only natural that you spend more time with your girlfriend. I wouldn't want to get in your way. I... You'll always be my dearest friend, okay? Please, don't ever forget that. After all, you've been there since we were dumb little kids. Thanks for the sentiment, Richie. But that's not exactly true now, is it? She suddenly swoops the bag of gummies, a box of red bean pancakes, and a package of rice crackers. Come on, the others must be wondering why it's taking so long. I was standing alone in the kitchen, crumpling a bottle of water in my hands. Why am I such an idiot? Of course she'd be able to see through my empty words. Maybe it's a good thing that I'm going to be studying today. It'll help keep me thinking about all the mistakes I've made. We're all lazing around at this point, having each other settled in our own comfortable studying positions. Monka's laying down on the floor, silently doing readings while popping an occasional cracker in her mouth. Meanwhile, Yuri's sitting firmly on a sofa next to me, meticulously finishing problem after problem of math. Natsuki and Saria both sitting on the floor, working on the coffee table, sharing a bag of gummies. I lean back and wince as the huge crack sounds in my neck. Ugh. The pink-haired girl throws her hands up in the air. I can't deal with this anymore. What can't you deal with anymore? Freaking Calvin cycle and Curb cycle for photosynthesis and whatever. Who cares about this stuff? Your science teacher probably does. Shut up. I'm not gonna be some kind of plant biologist when I'm older, so why would I need to know all the chemicals and how ATP is made and stuff? If it'll help, I know some effective mnemonic devices that'll make memorizing these processes easier. Teach me them. I'll do anything to make this go by faster. Natsuki hops up and jams herself between Yuri and me on the couch. Here's my notebook. Now, how do I memorize them? With a light laugh, Yuri proceeds to summarize the concepts for Natsuki. Just listening without paying attention, it sounds like a million scientific terms are spewing out of Yuri's mouth. But listening more carefully, Yuri's actually explaining everything in a concise and elegant manner, seemingly addressing potential questions before they're even asked. So, do you understand it now? You've written down my mnemonic devices, right? Yep, I think I get it. Well, let me try to explain it back to you to make sure. Natsuki ro- rotally rattles off the materials. I'd say you're ready to move on now. Seriously? Thanks a bunch, you're a total lifesaver. You should be a teacher or something someday. A teacher? I don't think I'm suited for dealing with so many people. Well, well, maybe not a teacher, but how about a professor? Like a university. That way you can just lecture at students about stuff and you'll just have to talk to students one at a time during office hours. I suppose that would be more manageable, but I don't know. Well, I guess you'll figure out what job you want when you're in university. That reminds me, are you planning to head in there yourself? Um, to be honest, I don't know. I know that that's the smart thing to do would be to go to university and get some kind of degree, so I can find a higher paying job. But I don't know what I want to do in university. Maybe become a salary woman. Hmm. You want to work in an office job then? Well, I wouldn't want to do it, but it's what pays. If we're talking about dream jobs, well, what is it? It's kind of embarrassing now I'm saying it, but I really just want to be a manga artist. Oh, weren't you drawing manga that one time? Yeah, kinda. It's just a hobby for now, but it'd be really nice if I could do it as a job. What kind of manga would you create then? Romance stories? Maybe. I do like drawing cute girls more than things like fight scenes. I don't know, it's really hard to break the manga scene though, and I'll probably make a better living as a secretary or something. But I think you could do it. Eh? Well, you just seem really passionate about manga. If if you're able to pour all those feelings into your work, I'm sure that you'll be able to draw out and write something that could resonate with your audience. I'm not particularly a fan of romance stories myself, but if you ever publish your own manga, I'd be sure to support it. Thanks. A bright smile lights up Natsuki's face. Although, I read things besides shoujo manga too, you know. Like what? I actually have a few really good thriller manga that I could recommend for you. And before you say anything, the art is super good, like less cutesy and more realistic. Some of them have crazy amounts of gore even. I see. You know what? I'd like to read them with you. Really? I didn't actually expect you to say yes. Oh, it's super cool and you're open to it. I'll bring a copy of one of them to Cloud next time. I'm looking forward to it. Natsuki-san looks over in my direction. Jeez, you can be a little less obvious in eavesdropping, Richie. Shoot, I didn't realize I was eavesdropping. Well, you are right next to me. How nosy. Man, I feel like I've made enough progress for today at this point. I totally feel like I totally don't feel like studying anymore. What time is it anyway? Around 6 p.m. Oh crap, seriously? How'd we stay still for so long? I'm sure the snacks helped. Monica stands up and stretches, arching her back so her ponytail dips low, nearly brushes the floor. Anyway, how about we call it a day? Call it a day too. I'm sure we wouldn't want to impose on Richie by staying for dinner, especially since he hasn't prepped for many dinner guests. Yeah, I think I'm beat too. At least we had snacks to hold off our hunger. I am looking forward to dinner though. I'm sure we're all feeling the same. you, you can you can all have the snacks and stuff where they are. I'll take care of it. Or you can leave all the snacks stuff where they are. Okay. I can't read for some reason. Are you sure? We wouldn't want to be a bother. Yeah, it's only gonna take like 5 minutes to deal with it, so don't worry about it. Okay, everyone, I guess that's it then. Nice work today. Everyone was super productive. Looks like Yuri and I made some completion when it comes to our class rankings. Or competition. God, am I starting to become dyslexic or something? Man, it feels like this was just one long club meeting now. I suppose it was in a way. We all get up and stretch, following Monica's example. A few moments later, the club members have all said their goodbyes and shuffle out the door. Well, except for Yuri, who's lingering behind and giving a more personal goodbye. I'm guessing that you're not used to studying this hard. Well, I'll have to admit that I usually get distracted a lot more, but this time I had the rest of you pushing me to do well. Do you think we'll have another study session sometime? Most likely. I think we were able to help each other somewhat. Monica's assistance with integration and and if infinite series was definitely valuable. Not to not to mention the help that you provided in the sciences. Oh, it was nothing. Are you kidding me? You basically saved Natsuki's grade back there. I think you're exaggerating, but thank you for the compliment. Also, but also now that we've done a bit more studying now, would you like to take a break tomorrow and hang out with me? I was thinking of seeing a film adaptation of one of the novels we discussed together. Tomorrow? Sorry, but I already promised Sayori that I'd hang out with her. Sayori? Oh, I see. That does sound like more fun, doesn't it? Hey, I grab Yuri's shoulders. I'd absolutely love to go out with you tomorrow, but what kind of person would I be if I broke promises and left right promises left and right just to do that? I'm not making up an excuse so I don't have to go with you. It's just that we were genuinely unlucky with the schedule conflict. Sorry, I know that. I shouldn't have said that. It's not your fault at all. I just blurted out a passive, intrusive thought. I'd never want you to have to choose between me and one of your other friends. Do you still have these intrusive thoughts often? Yuri, you should really look into therapy one more time. Richie, please. Alright, I won't push you. Just remember that remember that that's where I stand on it. I will. Have you been self-harming lately? Sorry for making you uncomfortable, but I just want to know if you're okay. It's fine, Richie. I'm not cutting myself as much as before. It's easier to ignore the urges when I can concentrate on other things. Like today, for instance, I couldn't do it because I was studying with you all. And being with you has given me a lot more to think about. Does this mean that it'll be worse for her now that I won't be with her tomorrow? Oh God, now I'm feeling incredibly guilty. It's not like it's all my fault, but I still can't help feeling this way. Hey, I know that we won't be able to do anything tomorrow, but how about we plan ahead for something instead, something else? That way you can look forward to it when you're just thinking about random stuff. All right, what do you have in mind? Do you want to have another date, like date night on White Day? I didn't think you were this much of a romantic. Well, I do like to spoil my loved ones. I reach out and hold Yuri's hand in mine. Were you thinking of a formal type of date, or do you actually want to have a night in and cook a nice dinner together? We haven't done that in a while. I'd love to. Yuri leans in and gently kisses me on the cheek. Thank you for making so much of an effort for me. You can't imagine how much I appreciate it. And thank you for actually wanting to date a huge nerd like me. The mood lightens considerably as we giggle together. Anyway, would you like me to walk you home? No, thank you. I'm fine. Besides, you still have to clean up your living room. Like I said, it only take 5 minutes to clean up. None of you were particularly messy, so. I see. Well, I do think that I can make it back to my home in one piece by myself. I wouldn't doubt it. Goodbye then, Richie. She steps closer again, this time to give me a goodbye kiss. And before I know it, she's gone again, leaving only the faintest scent of jasmine and lingering warmth of kiss behind with me. Oh, that was sweet. Alright then. Well, we're coming up to the ending, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is gonna, you know what? Wait, how long is this recording so far? It's like, another day, another weekend. I yawn and stretch, glancing over at the clock, 10, 12, 21 a.m. A little on the late side, nowadays at least. Right. You know what? Screw it. Oh, screw it. I'll push past an hour 30. This is gonna be much longer than an hour and a half. And it's a day I'll be spending with Sayori. My God, it really feels like another lifetime ago that we used to hang out together. If I'm totally honest, I'm a little nervous. What if it's awkward? What if she resents me for ditching her? No, don't be silly, Richie. Sayori is still my friend, and she isn't like that. You're acting like an idiot. When I start my routine, wondering how the rest of the day will go. It's a little past noon, and I'm just mindlessly passing the time. Sayori and I didn't actually make any concrete plans, so we're going to have to improvise a little. From what I remember, she's not really much of a morning person, so I decided to give her a bit of time. I think I waited long enough though, so I decided to pull out my phone and shoot her a text. Hey, Sayori, feel free to come over if you want. Hey, Richie. Good timing. I just finished getting ready. I'll make my way over now. Awesome. See you soon. I put my phone away. In hindsight, I really should have thought something for us to do. And just like that, story is over. Just the two of us. I know I said it yesterday, but wow, do I feel nostalgic coming here again? Yeah, she looks around. I didn't really get a chance to focus on it because we were all studying, but nothing has really changed, has it? you, you still got the embarrassing baby photo over there. She points towards a rather unflattering shot of me, still clad in a diaper and looking rather chubby. Glad to see you remembered it. I laugh under my breath. So, what are we doing today, Richie? Well, this was your idea, right? I kind of thought you'd have something planned. Oh, well, I kind of thought the same, but for you. I furrow my brow. What kind of logic is that? There's a whole lot to do here, to be honest. Whenever Yuri comes over, we typically just read and cuddle. I see. Her expression drops to the tiniest moments. That sounds really cute. But obviously we can't really do that, so... There's an awkward pause. For God's sake, Richie, say something. She's a childhood friend. Why don't we go to the park? The one we used to go to as kids. Oh, that's a great idea! I feel kind of silly for not bringing it up myself. Well, you always were a bit slow, weren't you? I wink playfully and nudge her. Hey! At least I wasn't a massive chicken around Halloween. She stands triumphantly. Okay, okay, well played. We share a laugh and head for the door. It feels wonderful, if not a little foreign, to tease each other again. It makes me feel like nothing really changed between us. With spring drawing ever closer, the frosty bite of winter feels less and less prevalent. It's still too cold for a t-shirt, but with a hoodie on, the temperature is pleasant. Sayori and I take a seat at the park bench and look up at the clouds. So tell me, Sayori, what's new in your life? I try to say as nonchalantly as possible, attempting to fight the guilt seeping in my voice. She giggles quietly. Not much has changed. Same old, same old. It's a little hard to discern her expression fully when her eyes are firmly trained on the sky above, but I'm fairly certain I'm detecting some sadness. I don't want to jump right with the questions, though, so I opt for a more casual angle, hoping she'll talk more about herself as she feels comfortable. Honestly, I know that feeling too. Well, sort of. It's kind of hard to explain. On one hand, joining the literature club last semester, meeting everyone, it goes without saying that had a big impact on my life. But at the same time, it feels like nothing's really changed. Maybe because despite the new faces and stuff, I'm still in the same environment. Still waking up every morning for school and that stuff. If that makes any sense. A smile works its way onto her face. You're sounding more and more like Yuri by the day. I don't think you ever used to be this reflective and analytical. You're like the third person to tell me that. Sorry, but it must be kind of annoying, right? Not really. It's more eye-opening, if anything. You know how you can adopt your partner's traits. Well, I've never been in a relationship before, so I can only imagine. She looks sadly up at the sky. Hey, Siori, I'm sure there's someone out there for you. You're really likable, you know. She doesn't look convinced, so I press on. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to or allowed, to give my so many compliments to a female friend, but you're really sweet, and I know some guy out there is going to be really value how kind and upbeat you are. It's so rare that you meet someone as selfless as you are. One day, someone is going to cherish that. I know I've always enjoyed being able to call you my friend. My childhood was amazing, and a huge reason for that was because of you. She slowly turns to face me. Thank you, Richie. That really means a lot. And I really am sorry, Sayori. She opens her mouth, but I rush on words, wanting to get my words out before I reconsider. I know it might seem more natural for me to spend more time with Yuri, but that doesn't mean it I but that doesn't mean I should have done so at your expense. I really I feel really bad, you know. Like I've just thrown away the history we've had. That wasn't ever my intention. Please remember that. Richie, you're so silly. I didn't think you ever th- I didn't I didn't ever think that you threw me away. It's completely normal for you to spend more time with your girlfriend. Besides, you make Yuri happy. And by the looks of it, she makes you feel the same way too, right? I nod. That's why I value the most, other people's happiness. But I want you to be happy as well. She laughs and waves off my concern. You honestly don't have to worry about me. I'm perfectly happy the way I am. You're still in my life, you know. I see you every day at school, and we get to talk there. Plus, plus for things like Halloween, Christmas, study sessions, we all get to hang out, right? So please don't feel bad, okay? I'm just grateful we're talking again. Because I'll be honest, I missed you, Richie. I miss you too, Sayori. She embraced me in a hug that feels a little strange, being so heartfelt with a girl who isn't Yuri, but it's a nice feeling all the same. Despite the initial novelty of the hug, it very quickly feels very familiar, if not a little nostalgic. Memories come flooding through my mind. Sarah and I I biking together through the forest, me buying her an ice cream, us pretending like the floor was lava, hopping from chair to chair in the living room, my mom helping us reconcile after a silly argument we had. We eventually break apart. There's a genuine and warm smile on her face that I find myself returning without even realizing it. That's that's what I want to see more of. And less this self-blame game, okay? She pouts slightly, causing me to laugh. Siri isn't assertive, and when she tries to be, it comes across as more endearing than commanding. I heard you loud and clear, soldier. Good. Now I think it's time that we did some exploring, don't you think? Lead the way, Columbus. Well, something that waned over the years is Siri's fascination with exploring. Even if it's the ground we've already once traversed, she still acts like it's fabled terrain. I'm not complaining though. Her imagination was always something I enjoyed. You know, seeing the wanderlust on your face, it reminds me of when you wanted to be an astronaut when we were younger. I still think of being an astronaut would be really cool, you know? Think of the views, seeing your home planet from the moon. You still want to be an astronaut? Well, as fun as it would be, I probably not the best idea given me and physics don't really mix well. So what do you want to do after school? I don't think I ever heard you talk about this. Uh, I haven't really given it much thought to be honest. But you'll be a third year soon. I know. I don't know. I guess I'll just pick a subject I enjoy and go from there. I don't really like thinking about the future. Why not? Huh? Oh, nothing. Oh, look where we are. She points to a, she points ahead to a clearing. I recognize the place instantly. We've had a picnic there in the past. Suri immediately makes a beeline for one of the trees. Once she reaches it, and she sits down. The trunk rests against her back. I follow suit and take the seat next to her. It's one of my favorite spots in the entire park. So many memories here. You always liked the spot, didn't you? I remember how excited you were when we first stumbled upon this place. It was like a magical forest to you. Oh, you remember that? Of course I do. Oh, memory time? Oh, look at this place, Richie. It's a magical forest. Do you think? Yeah. See that big tree over there? I bet a forest wizard lives in it. A wizard? With loads of cool spells? Yep. I bet he could turn you into a frog. Bleh, I don't want to be a frog. I want to be a dragon. Well, let's ask him. She runs off towards the tree and knocks on the wood when she gets there. Hi, Mr. Wizard Man. We heard all about your magic spells and stuff. Can you show us? Please? Aw. No wizard? No. Hey, that's okay. We can still have lots of fun exploring, right? You said it's a magic forest, so I bet we'll find other cool stuff. Like what? Like those magical horse thingies? You know, with the horn? Oh, you mean unicorn? Unihorns? Yeah, that's the one. Come on, I bet they're around here somewhere. Hey, Richie, wait up, wait up! We have to be quick if we want to catch the unicorns, Yuri. I know. But look at these mushrooms. She points to the floor. Funnily enough, there's a bunch of colorful mushrooms growing next to a tree. Terry crouches down next to them. Those are mushrooms, right? She pokes one and giggles. Yep, do you think they're magic mushrooms too? What, like mushrooms that give us special powers? Maybe the wizard is growing them. I don't know. Mommy told me not to eat things from the floor. Why not? Because they're dirty and they might make you sick. If you get sick, that means we couldn't play together. That'd really suck. She looks down at them with a sad expression. Can we at least take them with us? Then we can ask your mommy to wash them so we can eat them. Well, I think that might be okay. She bends down and plucks a mushroom from the ground, carefully putting them in her pockets. What if these mushrooms let you pick your power? Ooh, which one would you pick? Oh man, that's a tough question. Flying would definitely be really fun. Yeah, it would. Wait, you could fly like a bird wherever you wanted to go. It must be so fun. Whee! But invis is what's the word? We're like see through. Invisibility. Wow, Suri, how do you know that? Such a big word. She beams. I can be smart sometimes. Anyway, but that would be really really fun power to have. You could prank a lot of people. What would you pick? It'd be really nice if my power to let me make everyone smile all the time, so no one would ever be sad again. Huh? But isn't that kind of boring? I guess. But I feel really good whenever I make people happy, so I think I choose that. Everyone is happy that way, right? I think the invis thing would be way cooler. I still remember the look on Mom's face when you told her you almost ate you told her you almost ate those mushrooms. I'd never seen her look so alarmed. I guess it really wasn't the smartest thing to do, was it? No, not really. But that's what makes the memory so endearing, you know? That innocence that can only come from a childhood. I put both my hands beside my head and breathed a content sigh. Those days were a lot of fun, weren't they? Yeah, they really were. A comfortable silence falls between us. Both of us are lost in the past, reminiscing about the good times. Silence is occasionally broken when one of us decides to share. Either way, I'm enjoying the time with Yuri. Thanks for spending time with me today, Richie. I had a lot of fun. Oh, it's nothing. We should definitely do this more often. Although with exams coming up, I'll probably have to wait until they're finished. I really don't like exam season, but at least this will give me something to look forward to after they're done. Uh-huh. Well, at least with our group study session, exams shouldn't be so bad this year, right? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I'm sure it will be fine. Anyway, I'll catch you later, Richie. She gives me a quick hug and heads back inside. Ah, damn! I totally forgot to ask her about the Valentine's note. Then again, do we really need to? It really wouldn't have achieved anything. With high spirits, I make my way home. I'm glad to spend the day with Yuri. Plus, as Monica said, it's good to spend a little time away from your partner. Looks like I'm learning. Jeez, honestly, I honestly had no idea that Yuri's route was gonna be this freaking long. Uh, but but anyway, I think this will be a good time to stop this video. Actually, I know we're coming up on the ending, but sorry, I stopped recording for a second. My bad. That's actually gonna do it today. I pressed the wrong button. So, anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Be sure to leave a like, comment what you think, share this video with your friends, and be sure to subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss a single notification. I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye.
You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar